I don't have my action.
Oh.
I think this is where I'm gonna record today. How do I look?
Sexy.
Huh?
Sexy.
We're rolling. Take one. Thanks. Hello you guys and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Lola X. I know my last couple of videos I mentioned to you guys I really want to talk to you guys about my weight loss journey. I am including a ton of photos, so let's just get started with where I began. I was a junior in high school. I'll say that first. I was way overweight. What really made me realize I just wasn't okay with where I was. I was really watching my 600-pound life a lot, and I realized that I was kind of replicating their numbers for some of those people. I did not want that to be me. I will also say my junior year of high school, I had a lot of things going on around me. My grandfather was terribly ill. I lost my father that year. I wouldn't even say I'm an emotional eater, but I just know at that time in my life, like when my grandfather was sick, we were running around town all the time, eating fast food because we were always in the hospital. No one was ever home. Once my father passed, you know, everyone just brought food over. So I just ate what was around, you know, I just wasn't eating well. Not even that I was emotionally eating, but it was just what I was eating. I realized that's not at all where I wanted to be, and I decided to really change something about it. Throughout, I wouldn't say my entire life, but a good bit of my life, at least since I was in the 7th grade, I vividly remember trying to lose weight and constantly kind of just getting off my regimen, but something about this time, I just made sure I stuck with it. But this time I was determined to make sure I did it. First and foremost, always come in with determination. Any journey within itself is a mind over matter journey to me. If you tell yourself I can lose X amount of weight, you will. I have a few tips, a few pointers, some things I did during my journey, how I was able to get here. I'm not listing anything in any specific chronological order. Number 1, I completely changed my lifestyle. Emphasize lifestyle. I don't consider it I went on a diet, I stopped eating meat, I made a lifestyle change. When I did that, I decided to better myself. What are some things I really changed? I obviously cut out all sodas. If it wasn't actually all drinks that were not water. If it's not water, you do not need it. I'm not a tea drinker, I'm not a big coffee drinker either, so I was okay, just water. I say that because a lot of people think, you know, Gatorades, Powerades are good for you because, you know, there's no calories, but there's also tons of sugar, high fructose corn syrup, dyes, water, milk, almond milk. Those were literally the only 2 things I drank. Cut out all and any fast food. If you're not making it, don't eat it. You have to be very, very disciplined. I cut out meat. I became a pescatarian. As legumes and nuts and things and beans like that, as the vegans and vegetarians do, we also depend on seafood for our source of protein. I love the pescatarian lifestyle. You are what you eat. I felt so much better not consuming meat. I just have more energy. I don't feel as sluggish. You want your plate to look beautiful. If your plate isn't colorful, if you notice, those foods that are processed, they're drab color. Fresh fruit, fresh vegetables, they're bright greens, purples, oranges, reds, just all these beautiful colors that really burst on your plate. And when you find the right recipes for you, it's amazing. We also have, you know, food substitutions like tofu, the soy-based products as well. Tip number 2, portions. I feel like portions are a large reason why Americans are so obese in the first place, and it was why I was so obese. I did have to train myself. I did have to kind of dial back. I have that self-control. It's very important for people to grasp that. Not everyone has a problem with that. I just had to get some discipline. Honestly, I really just kind of had to discipline myself. And I'm happy. I'm happy with where I am. Never I'm attempted starving myself or anything like that. It's very important to do this the healthiest way so you look your healthiest. When you lose weight too rapidly or the wrong ways, you reflect that. Tip number 3, meal prep. It's so important to meal prep because when you already know what you want to have for that week, it leaves out that excuse for, I don't know what I want to eat, so let me whip into this drive-thru. Cut off on me. Sit down with your planner, go on Google, look at some bomb recipes, and you can find some really cool stuff that you may never even thought about, and write it down and try it out that week. Tip number 4. I have this thing where I say I found workouts for me, and then I say I found workouts that gave me the results I needed. Me personally, and everyone may not enjoy working out, I actually enjoyed working out. My mom was like huge into fitness. She was actually like into bodybuilding. So I kind of feel like I kind of got a little bit of her like drive for fitness. There were a few workouts that I really enjoyed that didn't necessarily burn the calories that I needed. I love to play tennis. I love to dance. Those are amazing sources of cardio more than anything else. I got to a certain point, I'd lost maybe 45 to 50 pounds at this point, and I straight plateaued. If you don't know what plateauing is, it's pretty much when you just can't get yourself to lose any more weight, even though you're working out maybe the same, if not more. At this point, I was working out more. I was working out 1.5 hours to 2 hours every day, dancing, tennis, and jumping rope. And I loved it. I enjoyed myself, but I was still in the same weight range, and I could not figure out why. I had to do some research. All in all, I realized HIIT, high intensity interval training. It's amazing. It's terrible. I actually hate HIIT. But that is when I lost the most weight. I was able to get those abs. I was able to lose those love handles. My legs were like rock. I mean, it was amazing. My body was really coming together before my eyes. And with HIIT, it was happening in 2 weeks. And with the dedication. And if you have to do a workout plan, definitely find out what works for you to get you the results you want. You don't want to be doing workouts forever that are kind of aimless and aren't really getting you what you're wanting. Tip number, is this 5? I lost count, I'm sorry. Tip number 5, no fad diets. I tell this to everyone I genuinely care about. Do not do a fad diet. Oh my gosh. If you don't know what a fad diet is, they're basically these short and quick solutions. Let me word that a little better. An example of a fad diet would be keto, low fat, no carb, low carb type diets. These diets are not good for you for many reasons. The biggest reason to me is you are stripping your body of nutrients your body needs anyway. Your body needs that fat. Your body needs those carbs. Just do the proper lifestyle changes. You don't even have to cut meat out of your diet. If you take what you're eating now and literally just change it to proper meals with the proper amount of food from each, family, and you work out 30 to 60 minutes a day, you're going to lose weight. Because, at least if you're American, I'm telling you, because our lifestyles within itself are just so bad. We eat too many starches, we don't eat enough greens. Some people eat spaghetti and corn. Look, I'm not knocking you, but what I'm saying is that's a starch and a starch. Corn is not a vegetable. You need something with fiber to keep you moving. Honestly, just eat properly. Like I was saying, you guys, it's a lifestyle change. It's not just a diet. This is bettering you inside and out, and you really have to think of it that way. And I think when you think of it that way, it makes it easier. Some personal things I did. I started off with the Fitness Marshall, Kugawa Fitness. Like I said, I love to jump rope. I really got into tennis. You guys should really try a sport that you've maybe never tried before. You'd be surprised. Swimming is also another great sport. Horseback riding is also another great one. What's the little quickest way for me to lose weight? I'm like a week away from something and I want to drop like 3 to 5 pounds relatively quickly. Eat nothing except fruits and vegetables on S&S diet. Salads and sandwiches. That's all I eat. And I work out hardcore during this time. You will drop more weight than you can imagine. Now let me just point out, in this I mentioned no supplement vitamins, I mentioned no weight loss, anything. You can do this on your own. I was able to lose the weight I wanted in the midst of being the drum major at my school. I was competing for, the top slots in my class. It's definitely doable if you make time for it. And I love the results. If you're not happy with where you are right now, change it. And I promise you, you're in the midst of it, and before you know it, you look back on that year or however long it took you and you're like, wow, I really lost that weight. The most rewarding part is going back and looking at all those photos from before, and I'm just like, wow, I really come this far. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. So I hope some of these tips really helped you guys. I hope I've given you guys some different outlooks on some things. Maybe shared a few tips and pointers you guys hadn't thought of before. I do intend to sit around and kind of think on this some more and possibly come back with more tips, more helpful, more specific, guidelines, guidance, and all that. If you guys like the video, give it a like and a subscribe, and please leave a positive comment down below. As always, stay happy, stay healthy, stay beautiful, and stay you. See you guys next time. Bye.